Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I have some very exciting news. In just a second we're going to go outside and I'm going to show you how I transfer my Phalaenopsis orchids that I bought into water culture. They will go into full water culture until the 17th of next month, and if they like full water culture, that's where they'll stay. If not, I will switch them to semi-water culture and leave them in that for a month and see if they like that. If not, I have to go back. That's what it is. So I'll meet you guys outside to show you how I transfer them. Okay guys, we're in my backyard and I have this beautiful little fowl here. I'm going to show you guys how beautiful this guy is. It has a few buds on it and it's starting to grow another bud. So I'm hopeful that when I'm transferring this guy to full water culture, we're going to try water culture first. I'm hopeful that no bud blasts. I've never tried this with buds before, so this is going to be a first for me. So what you are supposed to do, you're supposed to squeeze like that and gently pull out. I'm trying really hard not to hurt any roots. There we go. And we can't use that because it has holes in the bottom. So now, what I'm going to do, this is going to be really fun, isn't it? Going to try to get this moss. It looks like moss to me. That's what it looks like. It looks like moss. Awesome, a dead root. Well, it looks like it still has some really good roots. Don't know if you guys can see those too well. But it looks like it has some good roots. It has good roots up here. So, oh, that one's dead. Yeah, I'm going to have to get my shears sterilized to do some cutting. Got this guy. So I'm trying. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to squeeze and try to get as much out as possible. But I've never worked with moss before, so I don't know how this is going to work. This might take me a while to get all this out if I do it like this. So I'm trying to pull, but I'm not trying to pull on the roots too much. Oh yeah, this is going to take me a while to do that. Because, oh my goodness, there's a lot in this guy. Oh my god. But he's so freaking beautiful. I love him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and try, hoping that if I rinse it with water, it'll come out better. I'm not too sure about that. But that is my plan for right now. So I'll be back when I get this guy out of this thing. Okay, so what I did is I was out here. I was gently pulling them. I think it was moss. I don't know what the hell it was. But I was gently pulling it out. And then when I got most of it out, I went into the kitchen. I poured water all over the roots, not touching the crown. All over the roots, and gently got most of that out. So now, I'm going to show you how to sterilize your tools to cut the dead roots, and I'll show you which one are dead roots and which one are healthy roots. So I have my shears right here, soaking and rubbing alcohol, and a flame, which is going to be a little difficult because it's windy right now. So what I'm going to do first is I like to look for the bad roots. And it looks like this one's all the way to the top, which is not cool. I'm going to set him sideways. That's how they grow in the wild. They will grow sideways on trees and stuff. So, trying to get the excess off and trying to flame it. Oh my god, I have it over here. I can't get the flame to go well. So we're just going to flame it right there. And then, hopefully, we're going to flame the other side. I was told you can do either or both. I just do both. Okay. So now we're going to find that root. Let's start with this guy right here, because this one's dead. You can tell they're dead because they are very mushy right here. So I have to cut all the way to the base. So I'm going to try to show you guys how to do that. Oh my god. So I'm just cutting right to the base right there. Boom, it's done. So then what you gotta do is you have to go through every single root and feel all the way to the base so you know how far to cut if it is dead. So I'm just feeling all the way to the base on every single root. I have some new ones right here that I can't really get to right now. So I'm just feeling all the way. So I have to cut. I have to cut right about here because that's where the dead root is. So I'm just going to cut right above that area. And boom, it's gone. So now I can kind of feel these new roots that are coming out. They feel firm to me. And then this one, I have to cut all the way to the base. So this is what you got to do, either if you're changing the media or you're going to full water culture, you have to check your roots every single time. The reason I love full water culture is that you can actually see your roots while they're in water, which is awesome. So if you need to snip a root immediately, you can. Oh my gosh. Some of these are difficult. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm trying to snip this right here. Some can be more difficult than others. There we go, I got that. See, then it has like a little root coming out the side. That one's healthy. That's good. Okay, this guy. I think it being that moss so much has damaged it a lot. Ugh. See, it's dead right here. But I want to go all the way up to the top. Yeah, it's really dead up here. I'm actually going to cut it right here because it's so, that's how far the dead root goes. So I'm going to cut that right there. This is why I suggest you do it outside. Yeah, so you don't have all this mess in the house. That's why I'm doing it outside. Again, I missed some. Check it all the way up there. Like that. And then we're going to check this guy. This guy is dead. Oh my god. So I have to cut this guy. I hate cutting roots, but the good thing is this guy has lots of new roots that are coming out. Oh my god. I've been outside too long. So what happens when I've been outside in the heat too long? We start getting the sniffles. It's just not cool. So we're going to check this guy up top first. And then I'm going to check the individual roots. This one's got to go right there. Usually you don't have to cut as many when you first get them, especially if you transfer them immediately. But I was so tired yesterday that I didn't do that. Get that off there. So I'm checking this guy. Looks like he has a lot of good roots. That's good. That's really, really good. So to make sure your roots are nice and healthy, if you press them like I am, and they are nice and firm, then you got nothing to fear. So all my roots right now are nice and firm. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in the house and get its new container that it's going to be in now. Okay, so if you want to put your orchid in full water culture, I suggest a nice clear container. It doesn't have to be the container it came in. It could be any kind of container. I'm trying to see if you'll go in. That's always like the hard part, is getting this guy to go in nicely where it's not going to fall over like that. I might take some roots out to make some room possibly? Wait a minute. I think I missed a dead root. I did miss a dead root. Good thing my shears are still good to go. There we are. I missed a completely dead root. That happens too. You'll miss one. So now we are going to put this guy in. None of these were aerial roots, so they all have to go in like that. Ooh, this is like the hard part, getting it to go in without it tipping. Well, I have a stake in the house that I can stake it with, so that's gonna be good. So I'm gonna be real quick and go get that stake. I also have a jar of clips right here. I like these better because they don't hurt the orchid too much. So what you want to do if you want to stake it, I have to stake it until it has more roots, is I'm going to go all the way to the bottom of the glass without trying to hurt any of the roots here. There we go. Oops. I have that upside down. And so again, we're going to go down to the base of the glass, and we're going to get a clip. What I usually do is I clip it down toward the base, like that, and then I'll clip it again up near the flowers. And that should hold it nice and steady. There we go. So now it's not going to be tipping everywhere. So we got this guy all set to go. I'm going to do this with my other one too, because my other one's really top heavy. So I'm hoping none of these buds blast. That's my hope. And it has a new one growing, so hopefully those will grow too. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this one aside, and I'm going to show you the other one I'm going to do. I'm going to do the exact same thing to it. I should put my shears back in the rubbing alcohol. And I'll come back out and I'll show you the other one, and I'll do the exact same thing to the other one. The other one's a little top heavy. You'll see why in a minute. Okay, here's this guy. This guy is top heavy. I'm not even kidding. I didn't realize it when I got him, but he leans over like that. So he had to sit in another container that I have from one of my previous orchids. So with this guy, these are huge. I don't know if you can tell, but they're big. And he has a bud right here. And behind this flower, I'm trying to show you guys, has one that's growing. So like before, I'm going to pull. Oh my god, this guy has so many of these. I'm going to gently do like this, like I did with the other one, and pull it out. I think this has the same moss. I think it's moss. So there we go. That came out nicely. So I already know I'm going to have to cut some roots off of this guy. I knew that when I got it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this. Oh, it's really wet too. It's really wet. Just pull gently and have most of it come out. If a root comes out with it, it was probably dead, because strong ones seem to hold on a lot better. So yeah, your hands are going to get dirty. If you don't want your hands to get dirty, I'm not too worried about it. If you don't want your hands to get dirty, you should wear gloves when you do this. But I'm not too worried about my hands getting dirty, so it's not a big deal to me. Yeah, but if you are worried about that, I would suggest wearing gloves. So now I'm going to do this side. Just do like that, and woo, look at that. Most of it comes out just like that. You definitely want to pull gently, because you don't want to pull the roots out with it. So I'm going like very gently right now. Oh my god, there's a lot of dead roots on this guy. Okay. So now, that's what he has left. But he has a lot of good roots too. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the sink, and I'm going to rinse this guy off and see if I get any more of this moss stuff to come off of him. I want it gone. Okay, I went inside and I cleaned this guy, and what I noticed is it has a lot of dead roots. So I'm going to take my shears out of the rubbing alcohol, and we are going to go with these one by one, like I did with the last one. And we're going to see how firm they are. These I was worried about because it has that right there, but they're still nice and firm, which makes me really happy. This one's gone completely, so I need to cut it. Oh, I didn't cut it good enough. So we're going to try cutting it again. Yeah, some of these roots are going to be tougher than others. That's just something you got to deal with. There it went. Yeah, nice, dead. It's not a way to tell. So this guy that was under it, I'm worried about. Oh, there was some moss under it too. It's starting to turn a different color. I don't like that at all. So now, I don't know what the hell that was. I'm going through these guys one by one. That's a dead root. There's like nothing to it really. So we're going to cut that guy off. What you need to do is you need to get as close as you possibly can to the root without damaging the other roots. So just get as close as you possibly can. This guy's dead. So I look under sometimes to get a good view of where I need to cut it. Like that. This guy's good. Oh my god, this guy's completely dead. Completely dead. So I'm going to go as close as I can to get that guy out of there. Yeah, this guy's completely dead. There's nothing left in him. Okay, now I'm going to go this way. That one's nice and firm. Oh, that one's mushy at the top right there. So it's this guy right here that has these amazing roots, but once you go up to the top, it's very mushy. So I'm going to cut this guy away because a dead root is not serving the purpose of the orchid. So there we go. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry. And this guy is definitely dead. I think this guy was sitting in water and it had that moss in it, so I think it was suffocating it. That's what I think was happening. There we go. Get that guy out of there. I was very close to this root, so I was really worried about that. So, checking the root. That guy's good. And then we're going to check this guy. This guy worries me. Oh, he's good. This guy's... Those two are dead. But is it dead all the way to the top right there? So we're going to cut it right about here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Because that's where the dead root goes. So we're just going to snip. Gone. That's dead. So it's just this guy right here. Oh my god. Especially when you water it and it like spits out all kinds of gross stuff. So again, if you don't want your hands to get dirty, wear gloves when you do this, but again, I'm not worried about it. Okay, so we gotta cut it right about here because those are like 3 roots that are completely dead. Oh, good. Whoa. I just got water in my face. It's fun. Oh my god. Ugh. So that one's nice and good. So again, I'm checking all of them. There's this one that's at the bottom that I'm just going to cut away. It's really close to the one root. I don't like that. There we go. Got it. It was just that. Don't know if you guys can see it, but it's really dead. Alright, there's still a lot of moss on this guy. Yeah, I think since they were soaking it and it was in moss, I think it was suffocating the roots. It's like that's why I think most of these are gone away. Alright, I think I got them. Nope. I missed one. Looks like I missed a few. I gotta check this guy. So I'm gonna check this guy right here because it looks really bad. So this right there, right at the corner there. It's gotta go. I thought I had visitors. I thought I had Mr. Squirrel coming to join me. Okay, that one's good. That's good. That one's obviously dead. I swear, Mr. Squirrel found. I think I see Mr. Lizard too. He's on my brother's shed right now. There we go. We got that one. That one was a goner. This is definitely a goner right here. So all of that right there is very thin. It's very dead. So we're going to cut that guy off. Yeah, I really think since they were soaking it and it was in moss, it was suffocating the roots here. Yeah. And then I'm going to check all the way to the base. That's good. So I think that's it. I think that's all the roots that are gone. So this is an aerial root, which is natural. This leaf right here is yellowing, which is natural. The bottom leaves usually yellow every couple of years, I think they said. So you don't want to pull them off. You want to just gently move them like I am and let them fall off on their own. So now, we are going to see if this guy will fit into this glass or if he has to go somewhere else. I already have the stake in here because I know this guy is top heavy. So, I'm sure you can hear my neighbor's dogs right now. I just don't know if he's going to fit. I might have to go to the vase I have in there right now. I don't know. Try. Because if I sit him like that. Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm going to have to go get the vase. So, I'm going to take this glass back in. I may have to wash it now, but I'm going to go get that vase because that vase is bigger. Okay, I was trying to save this vase for my orchid that's starting to get a comeback, but this guy is huge. So I'm going to try to get all these roots in that I can. Let's see if I can get that guy in there. And there we go. Those were already in the air. So since this guy is so freaking huge, I don't need to stake him. This is not tipping over, and there's some. And in a minute, I'll show you how to put him in full water culture, which is what I'm planning to do. I'm going to put him in full water culture for 1 month. That's my limit for Phalaenopsis orchids because they are slow growers. So if they lose a lot of roots within the first month of full water, I will switch them to semi-water. And if they don't like semi-water, I'll put them back in bark, which is something I don't want to do. So I'm hoping this guy, my two new phals, well, there's squirrel friend right over there. My two new phals, hopefully they'll like either full water culture or semi-water culture because I don't want to put them back in bark. So now what I'm going to do, because I don't need that stake right now, I'm going to put all my tools away and I'll be back to show you how to put them in water if you've never done so before. They're so pretty. I love them. Oh my god. I love my orchids so much. Okay guys, so if you're doing water culture and you don't get rainwater at your wherever you live, you can't. I wouldn't suggest using tap water because you have to test the hardness of it. So what's been easiest for me is just going to the store and getting distilled water. That's the water you should get if you're going to buy water. At my store, it costs about 89 cents for a gallon, so that's not too bad. So when you're doing this, what I suggest, this is my method on how I put water in this guy. So first, I'm going to tell you how much, when you're doing full water culture, it's the same for full water culture and semi-water culture, how high the water has to be for the roots. The roots should be 1/3 in water, and the rest will be in air. So we're going to take this guy out. This is what I do. I just pour a little in the bottom here, just like that, and there's a moth in there. And then we're going to put this guy back in like that. Just checking on something. Just like that. Like that. He looks good. But it's not enough water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take him back out and I'm going to put some more water in it. That's just what I do. I just take it out. I put a little more in there. And then I put him back in. And we see how high the water level is. So now I'm going to get down eye level. And that looks pretty good to me. I think it looks good. Hang on. Let me raise the glass here. Yeah, that looks good to me. It's about 1/3 of the roots that I have right now. So we're going to put him in here. I'm going to mark on my calendar next month to see if this guy likes full water or not. So I'll be back with my purple fowl to do the exact same thing. Okay, I have my purple fowl right here. I'm going to do the exact same thing. But since it's in a smaller glass, it shouldn't take too much water. So I'm going to pull it out with the stake. I pull from the base. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour a little bit of water in it. And then I'm going to set this guy right back down. Trying not to hurt the roots with the stake. And then I'm going to look. And that looks just right to me. So you want your roots 1/3 in water and the rest in air. So that's about 1/3 of the roots right there. So I'm going to put this guy back on the shelf. Looks so pretty. And we'll see within the next month. Again, I'm going to mark it down on my calendar to check and see if they like full water or not. Every orchid is different. It's not just the same breed of orchid will like the same water culture method. It doesn't work like that. I had 3 orchids. I had 3. I lost 2 of them because I wasn't listening to them, so I lost 2 of them, unfortunately. But these guys, I know the signs. If it starts losing a lot of roots by next month on this day, I will move them to semi. I have one that loves semi water culture right now, and it's starting to grow a lot of roots, and I'll be back to show you how that guy looks. Okay, here's this little fowl right here. It has a root here, and it has a root right here. I think this is going to be another root, and I think this one right here will be another root. So I think I'm going to have a total of 4 roots by Tuesday, and this is the glass it goes in because it's so small, and it fits nicely like there. And I just fill it up to about this lowest flower spike because I don't want it to go any higher than the flower spikes. So that's how high I like it, and it does. This long root right here does touch the water. Well, just about the tip touches the water. So I'm not going to put it in water culture because today is Wednesday. This will go in water culture over the weekend, which is going to be Saturday and Sunday, which on midnight, which is Saturday morning, I put it in water, and then it stays in water till midnight Monday morning. So that's my little orchid, and that's how I transfer my orchids into water culture. I bought them yesterday. I did them today. I would have done them yesterday, but I was so tired. So that's how I do it, and I hope you liked watching me do this for you guys. Okay, I just showed you how I transfer them, so now we're going to go through some updates on the rest of my plants, and then we'll go back outside, and I'll show you how I change the water and clean the dishes they are in. So first, we'll go... Koji's weird right now. He's in and out of the house. So first, we're going to go and check on my Christmas cactuses and my aloe plant. I'm not going to move the camera. I'm just going to go like this. So, these are my Christmas cactuses. I think this is an Easter cactus. Can't tell. And they seem to be doing quite well. When I go through my water culture cactuses that have leaves in the water right now, because they get roots that way, I will see if they are ready to be transferred into the soil. So far it looks like, well, that one just finished. Why did you fall? So it looks like everybody's doing great. So here's these guys right there. They're doing great. And these are doing great as well. There's like no major issues with these guys so far. So I'm just going to check. Yeah, looks like they need to be watered, which I usually water them once a week. So it's not that big of a deal. Usually when I water them just once a week, they're fine. So it's nothing to be concerned about. So here is my aloe plant. It has this nice, beautiful leaf growing. I'm just checking to see. It's not growing any new leaves yet. But I think once these bend over completely and this one starts to bend, it'll grow a new leaf. So I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, it feels like this guy needs to be watered as well. This was actually an old Phalaenopsis orchid pot I got with my late fowl. Unfortunately, it passed because at the time I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So now we're going to go to these Christmas cactuses. This is the Christmas cactus I bought at the store. It was like $4. I couldn't pass that up. It feels a little moist, but I'll water it today anyway. So then we have these two back here. I think some of them are dying. So I'm just checking the soil. Some of these are dying, which happens. It's just the name of the game. When they get thin like that, they're dying. I'm just gently pulling them too. There's like no really hard tugs here. It's just a gently pull and they come off. I'm just putting them in the tray for now. Like that. But these guys right here are nice and firm, which is good. So I'll water these guys after I show you how I clean the dishes of my orchid plants. And that was my humidifier getting more water. So this is my beautiful white fowl. As you saw, I did not have to stake this guy in because it had a lot of room here. So we have a lot of roots. And when we go outside, I'll show you how I change the water, how I clean the water. And every time I change the water, I check the root system. So I'll show you how I do that as well. So we have some awesome leaves growing. I don't see any new leaves growing, but it has these awesome blooms right here. And under this flower, if you watch my vlogs, you see it every day, is a new stem. Hopefully a new bud coming in. This is what this guy looks like. I need to change the water today, which is what I do every week when they're in full water. This guy has been in full water since the 17th of this month. So, yay. So now we are going to move on to the Christmas cactus leaves. So I'm just going to gently pull them out and see how they're doing here. This guy needs to stay a little bit longer for me. And then we're going to go to this guy. This guy has some really good roots. But I'm just going to leave him in a little longer so he can grow some more. And then we have this one right here, which is growing some roots. But I want the roots to be a little bit longer than that before I put it in soil. So now we'll go to this fowl, my sick fowl that's been having a comeback here. So here's this root right here. It did not touch the water. I think there might be a root growing here though. And then we have this root who has grown because it was in the water over the weekend. And it has a root growing right there. Just very exciting. And the bottom leaf, as normal, is turning yellow. But when you have a leaf that's yellowing, you want to pull gently and then it fall off on its own so there's no infections on your orchid. I'm really kind of excited for this one to fall off. I've been sensing it might fall off soon anyway. So that's always good. So I'll put this fowl back up and then we'll go to my purple fowl. As you saw, I had to stake because it was a little top heavy for this glass. So this purple fowl had, this was a bud and this was a bud and they bloomed marvelously. Which if you watch my vlogs, you'll see the day-to-day updates on these guys. So if you want to do that, there will be a little round bubble in one of these corners for my vlogging channel if you want to go check that out. And so this guy, I think, has been loving the full water culture method, because this water was higher, as you saw earlier, but now it's gone down. So I think this guy likes it. I would think so, since it bloomed 2 buds already. So that is going to be it. My potato plant outside is growing. That's all I know. There's no like potatoes growing or anything. It's just a lot of plants at this point. So now we are going to go back outside, and I'm going to show you how I transform my orchids. I clean their dishes, I clean their containers, and I change the water, and I show you how I go through the roots every time I change the water, which is one of the things I love about water culture. You can go in at any time and check the roots if you want to. I just want to do it once a week. So 1, I'm not stressing out the orchid too much, and 2, it's on schedule. That's my thing, it has to be on schedule. So I'll see you guys outside. Okay, we are outside. It's very windy. I think it's going to storm soon. So that's why I'm trying to get this as quickly as possible. So what I like to do is I like to take the fowl out with the stake like that. And then I'm just going to lean it over the table. Very windy right now. Oh my goodness. And then I'm just going to dump out the water there. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to clean out this glass and come back and show you how I go through the roots. It's very, very windy though. I don't know how it's going to go, so I'm just going to see what happens at this point. Okay, so I just went inside and cleaned this. I actually took my fowl with me because it was really windy and I was really scared it was going to fall. So now what I'm going to do, oh, it's so windy, is I'm going to go through these roots like I did when I transplanted them to see if they need to be cut at all. So you just go through and you feel to see which ones are dead. These are dead. All the way up to here. So what I've been doing, I'm not going to light a light because it's too windy. I've been soaking my pruners in rubbing alcohol. So we're going to cut this one right here. Ah! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's so freaking windy. Is this why I need to get this done quickly? So then you just go through each individual root and you see, well, I'm going to keep this one because this one's been in the water and it's raining right now. So I'm going to keep this root right here, but this guy, we're going to cut right about here. No. I think we'll keep that guy because this guy is definitely dead. So we're going to cut this one right about here. I know it's kind of hard to see right now, but I'm definitely trying to go through this as quickly as I possibly can because it's so freaking windy right now. Then this guy's going to go. It's like when you're close to other roots, you need to be as careful as possible so you don't cut a good root, which is what my dilemma is right now. So that's good. So they all look good. So what I'm going to do is like what I did before is I'm just going to put a little water in the glass here. I'm so freaking out. Oh my god. So I'm just going to put a little water in the glass. This is distilled water. I'm just going to do like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit this guy in as gently as possible, making sure the stake is not touching the roots. And that's pretty good to me. That's about 1/3 of the roots right there. So it's good. So now I'm going to go back. I'm going to get the other. Okay, I just decided to do my white fowl because the other two is very easy to clean. And it's so freaking windy, I don't want to risk being out here too late. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my giant fowl over here out. And just set it over on the side. They're used to being on the side, so it's not a big deal. And I'm just dumping the water out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside. I'm going to try to clean this out as much as I possibly can. And then we're going to go through the root system. Okay, I cleaned this out the best I could. I left this guy out here because he's so heavy. I wasn't really worried that he was going to go anywhere. So like before, we're going to go through this root system. And we're going to see which roots to keep, which roots to get rid of. So these up here that I'm a little worried about because they're like broken. I'm just going to leave for now because they still feel nice and firm. And this leaf right here is yellowing. Totally normal. I'm going to try to go through this as quickly as possible because it's crazy out here right now. So I'm going to keep this root because that root's in the water. I'm going to keep this one as well. There's fuzzies on this. I don't know if that's good or not. The water wasn't even like touching this, so I think it was from the moss, possibly. So we're just going to leave that be. And this guy right here, I'm going to cut right about here. Yep, right about there. It's too freaking windy to even flame my tool right now, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. This one's gotta go. It's like all week I've been watching it and I've been seeing what looks like roots that need to go. There we go. So I'm like, that possibly needs to go. That one needs to go. So the thing is, if they're already aerial roots, you don't want to shove them into your container. You want to leave them as they are. So now just going through them like that. Ooh, that one needs to go. There we go. That one needs to go. So I'm just turning it gently because I don't want to hurt the flowers. And I have a root coming in right here. I just noticed that. So, yeah, this guy needs to go. Oh my god, the wind. There we go. Then I'm just checking these roots because these look good. I cannot believe I have a root coming in right here. I'm going to try to get closer to show you guys. But there's a root right there. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's right there. It's starting to come through this leaf. It's starting to come through this leaf. This leaf needs to go soon. And yeah, this guy looks awesome now. So like I did before, that was a leaf. It scared the crap out of me. What I'm going to do as I did before is I'm just going to put water in this vase here and then put the orchid down in it and see if that is enough water. I'm trying to remember the level. I had it last time. So then we go lift it up like that. And we slowly are going to put the roots in like that. Like that. I just slowly put the roots in. I did not force anything to go in. And I'm trying to see if that's enough water. Hello. I'm going to put a little bit more in because not all of the roots in there. So I'm just going to lift this guy up, just leaving the bottom roots like that. And then I'm going to just put a little more in. And then I'm going to put this guy back in like that. I did not force anything in there. So now I'm going to look. Hi. Keeps hitting me in the head. So I have the bottom roots in the water, which is very, very good. And so now we're done. I'm going to clean the other two in the kitchen because it's very windy out here. I'm not going to record it because it's very simple to clean those grasses. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to follow, you want to subscribe to this channel. God, it scares me. If you want to subscribe to this channel, click that little button down below. And I'll have a little bubble for both of these channels up here in the corners. If you want to follow my vlogging, because every day I take you through my plants on a daily basis to show you what they're going through, what I think they're going to do, and all that kind of fun stuff. The wind is scaring me right now. Oh my God, I don't like it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you guys next week.